Hi, everyone. I wanted to talk to you today about physical exercise and coping with stress. Right now, we're under much more stress than we've ever been before in our life, and we have to find a way to manage that in a positive way to keep our system strong. Not only our immune system, but all our other organ systems as well. And if we don't do that, we're going to be very vulnerable to really contracting this virus that's out there, whether it's the COVID-19 or the influenza or whatever virus or bacteria is out there that will make our system vulnerable and susceptible. So the thing I'd like to talk about today is when people think about stress, they're thinking it as a bad thing, and stress can be a bad thing if it's chronic. And so the way we can prevent that is breaking that cycle. So what I'm suggesting is that physical exercise will help you break that cycle. I initially thought about putting together some videos for you of some at-home, in-home exercises, but I thought there's so many YouTube videos out there and other resources for you to find those videos that you may like, and my time would be better spent speaking to you about the reasons why to do physical exercise and the benefits in coping with stress. And so like I was speaking earlier, stress has been kind of a bad word, I guess you can say. And stress is not a bad thing as long as it's for short periods of time as opposed to chronic, okay? Our autonomic nervous system runs and regulates how our body copes and deals with stress. One side is the parasympathetic nervous system. The other is the sympathetic nervous system. And so oftentimes that fight or flight is affiliated with the sympathetic nervous system, whereas the parasympathetic nervous system is more rest and relax and repair. And when we talk about stress, everyone talks about the fight or flight, which is a sympathetic nervous system, and its relationship with cortisol release, adrenaline release, noradrenaline release, which in the short term are beneficial, but a long term can wreak havoc on your well-being and your immune system. And so physical exercise can break that cycle and cause the body to go back into parasympathetic mode to rest and recover and to recalibrate. And so realistically, the more you can get in a consistent routine of balancing out the management of the stress and balancing out these hormones and these neurotransmitters, the better off your body will function. And it gets all these systems coordinating with each other and regulating things more efficiently. Just like when you lift weights, you cause micro trauma. So you're prepping your body for that next stress load or that next weightlifting session. The body's much like that when we're dealing with stress in this way as well. So if you think about it that way, it's probably a little easier to understand without getting too scientific, that each time you go through a stress response, it should be short term, not long term, so your body can build up its stress muscle, we'll call it, right? Just like when we're building our muscles with lifting weights. I guess it's an analogy that relates with me, so hopefully it resonates with you as well. But there's so many other benefits to physical exercise other than just the neurotransmitter and the endocrine side as far as the hormones go. You know, just by causing the system to have to take in more oxygen. It causes more oxygen to get into the cells. It causes more nutrition to be pushed through the cells, through the blood, so the organ systems and the cells of the body get what they require to replenish and repair. The biggest thing really is, especially right now, is the mental state. It allows those neurotransmitters, those feel-good hormones, the serotonin, the dopamine, all those things to be released, and so we can actually get our heads back right. Unfortunately, with all this stuff going on, there's so much information being thrown at us that it's causing a mass hysteria, and it's causing a lot of mental imbalance as well. So physical exercise helps by releasing those neurotransmitters, the dopamine, the serotonin, the norepinephrine, those type of chemicals, so that we can get our state back, right? So we don't go in these depressive modes or these manic modes where things are just mentally off, right? And it takes our mind off of worry. When we're in a physical exercise, we're in a physical routine of physical exercise, it takes our mind off the worries and the stressors and gets us more mindful and engaged into the task at hand while we're engaged in that routine or that workout. It increases our sense of well-being, our self-worth, and it gets us on that structure or that routine that we're missing right now, because many of us are thrown off from what our regular routine would be. Even with our workout routines, we were relying on gyms before to fulfill the physical exercise, to fulfill that stress response, to suppress those things for us. But now that the gyms are closed and not an option, we have to modify that and use our creativity, I guess, for most of us, right? To adapt to the environments that we're in. Many of us that are quarantined obviously have to stay in those parameters, and so we have to be very, very creative on how to go through those exercise routines that we wouldn't normally do because we had a gym to fulfill those for us. And so realistically, the more that you can think about how you can be consistent and structured with a physical workout on a daily basis, same time every day, that will help you balance out those hormones, help balance out your mental state as well. And so the more you can keep those things balanced, your immune system will stay in check, you'll be able to function more clearly, and you'll think more rationally, more logically, but also you'll allow your system to function better too. Many of you have probably realized that more and more research is coming out in relationship with your gut and your brain. So there's a relationship there. So when the brain's off, the gut's off, and the gut's off, the brain's off. And so if there's an imbalance there, guess what? Your immune system's off too. And so right now, we need that more than anything, right? So trying to keep those things in check will also help with us keeping those two things balanced. And then there again, it just flows into better nutritious eating choices, right? Because if we keep the GI healthy, keeps the brain healthy keeps the gut healthy, and it all works synergistically together. And the more that you're being physically active, it releases those chemicals to encourage you to want to eat more nutritiously. So therefore, you're feeding each one of those systems what they require to keep things in check and keep them balanced. So I'm really encouraging you to take a different look at physical exercise as a means to keep your immune system strong, but it's keeping your mental system strong as well. Your mindset is so important right now as we're going through these times. I have so many things rushing through my mind right now. I'm trying to calm them down to relay a message to you that makes sense, that's not overwhelming. And many of us have that going on because there's so much going on. So trying to be mindful being in this time that we are right now, the time I'm having with you. And so I guess all in all, I'd really like to share with you the concept of putting physical exercise ahead of some of the other things that you may have been doing before with your technology, whether it's playing those video games or doing a bunch of stuff, reading the news, all that kind of garbage stuff. Really trying to get your body moving so you keep your blood moving, keep your cells functioning well, so your hormones function well, and so your physiology is on par, on point to be able to keep that immune system strong so you can function clearly and make it through the times that we're currently in. We'll go through some more videos, more in-depth things as we go on here with Reveal Wellness, the advisory board here, as we're providing more videos for you and some Zoom calls. I hope that you can find this information beneficial and take a different approach in your thinking on making some of these lifestyle modifications and adapting to the times that we're currently in. I know there's a ton of information out there, and a lot of it's very biased information, very confusing. So I wanted to stick to the basic stuff here and just really try to give a little bit of a foundation or a basis on what's to come. We're in the process of putting together a curriculum for you, structured, routine curriculum, so we have some consistency so we can really look forward to having some wins, right? So we can have some accomplishments along the way. But the only way we do that is by having a structured curriculum with day-to-day things to do and have a system to do that. So we're in the process of putting that together for you. But in the meantime, we're going to drop these little videos here in for you along the way, just have you some positive information, some things to reinforce, some different lifestyle choices we're encouraging you to take on and pursue during these stressful times. So I hope it was informational for you and provide you just a little reinforcement of stuff you may have already known, but let you know we're all in this together. We're all here to support one another, and that's why we're forming this this community here with Reveal Wellness, and trying to give you good content and trying to give you some good information here to arm yourself, keep your system strong during these times that we're in now. So keep moving, keep the body moving, keep smiling, try to stay consistent, and keep watching. We'll try to provide you more information as things unfold. And like I said, look forward to the curriculum we're putting into place here with my team to put together something that you can consistently work on a daily basis so you get that sense of accomplishment and building up all those other feel-good things, right? Because right now, we all want to feel good. So we're here to support you in that. Keep watching, keep supporting us. Let's try to grow this community so we can provide each other the fellowship to build something bigger than we've ever built before. Look forward to serving you. We're going to continue to post these things for you. So keep watching. Make it an awesome day.